Hi everybody, hope you're doing marvelously well. You may have noticed over the last few years, if you've watched any of our videos, that we use this pedal a heck of a lot. This is the Nobels ODR-1, and it is a boutique sounding pedal at a non-boutique price. It's a very affordable pedal. What's so wonderful is that we now have the plug-in version of this. There is an exact replica of the ODR-1 available in a plug-in form now from Lancaster. And it does even more than this beautiful pedal does. So let's check it out. So we met up with Bernhard at NAMM this year in January, and he asked if we could get behind and create a plug-in version of this. So we got together all the Lancaster crew and did this. We spent a long time getting this right between January and now, and I really am proud of how this sounds. I'm very excited for you all to hear it. Nobels has been around for a while. It's Bernhard Nobels' company. He's a rather wonderful person. He started his company in 1985 with the Nobels Sound Studio, which was a portable stereo headphone amp. In 92, they had the early prototype of the ODR-1 without the Spectrum EQ. And in 93, the ODR-1 Natural Overdrive came out. And this concept was to create a bluesy sound that reacted well to the volume pot of a guitar. Now, most pedals, as you know, it's kind of on or off, and they don't have that natural amp overdrive. So this was a revolutionary effect. So fast forward until today, and now we have not only the pedal, but we have the plugin. So we're going to have a lot of fun with this. Let's open up the plugin. I'm going to select an amp emulation, and then I've got some drum tracks, and I'm going to have some fun with it. Okay, so what I've done is I've opened up the Waves PRS Archon, and I've got a crunchy sort of tone, meaning if I play softly, it's relatively clean. But if I go to bridge pickup and it's got some drive. It's quite bright at the moment. I like the bright control on this, so if I turn it off, find a happy medium. And what I've done is I've loaded up a couple of my own IRs, a couple of Lancaster IRs. I've got a Marshall 1960, that's my cab in the other room, and the Bogner 412. So these are cabs, there are cabs. So it's good for me because I know how they sound. Okay, so here's the ODR-1. Loads of functionality. Let's just set it back. Okay, what I like about it is I can hit the pedal like that. So my foot. Really fantastic. You've got drive control here. The way the Spectrum work is it basically sucks out the mid-range like this. If I go here. Or I can boost it up. I tend to use it in that kind of position. With the drive control, I can be... Okay, so let's crank the drive. Now there's a bass cut here, so if you're using like a really, really over-the-top metal amp, you've got a setting that's like completely that you can cut that bass. This is the bass cut off. But here's a sound that I absolutely love. If I go over here I can change the voltage being sent to the pedal. Now, typically when the voltage drops on the pedal, the volume will disappear to almost nothing, but you get that amazing kind of messed up on-off effect. So, but here I can increase it to 18 volts. Or I can do the reverse. Now, what's going on here is an auto gain function, meaning when I bring this down, which I can bring the voltage really down to 5 volts. Love that sound. Okay, so if we engage the torrents modeling, what is great about that is if we wanted to have it on like 5 or 6 different guitar amps, different guitar sounds, and we started shaping the sounds dramatically, the torrents modeling will mean that each one will be randomized ever so slightly, so you won't get exactly the same sounds. This whole voltage is absolutely amazing. I might just go with that. I'm going to jam with the track a second, see what happens. That's so much fun. So now I printed one guitar like that. I'm going to duplicate it. So now I'm going to change the sound. Let's change the voltage. So on this right-hand guitar that we're going to print, let's go, well, let's set it to default, which is 9 volts. And we'll hit the torrents modeling so it randomizes it. So it's now a very, very different guitar sound to what we just had. So much fun. Completely raw, random. Let's give it a listen. It's great. The Archon, which is like that super like heavy amp, now has like kind of a classic 70s rock feel to me. Really, really cool. Now, obviously, this pedal can be used in any kind of instances. Why don't we just pull those two down? We'll duplicate this one here, and I'm going to crank the drive and the level and the mid-range. Bring the two rhythm ones down. Obviously, you can really feel that mid-range coming through. Like, if I bring that down so it's more flat now, let's hear it. Smashing the input of the Archon. There's a part of me just wants to hear it on its own for just like that no amp. This is the no amp sound. That's just the pedal. That's why it's so good. On its own, it sounds fantastic. The amp barely needs to do anything whatsoever to sound great. So this would be the real proof of the pudding. This is Wave's guitar amp. You know, it's okay, but it's not the best thing they've ever made. You know, it's a generic amp sim that's been out forever. A little bright on the high end. Let's bring in the Nobels. Smashing the input. Absolutely love it. But let's try it on a song, and let's try it on some different sources other than guitars. I'm so excited to hear this on a vocal. That's so good. I spend so often, just the other day inside the Academy, we were mixing this song by Ronnie Lee, and I was trying to get the perfect saturation on a vocal. I think we thought we'd finished it, but maybe we'll open it up next Wednesday and try that. All right, this is getting too good. All right, I'm going to drop the voltage down. Put the voltage up to 8. See, you can put the bass cut in, you can push the mid-range, you're just going to get it cut through. Bring the drive down. I almost just want to put it on in general, because now I've got the drive on 0, I've got the mid-range up, you know, it's unscooping it if you like, and the level up, bypass, that's like the vocal massive enhancer. This is the distortion sound I've always wanted on vocals. I've got the drive on 0, I pushed up my mid-range again, and because it's like it scoops it as it comes down. I've got the bass cut in, so it's not adding too much lows in it. And I'm just using the level control. And now it's got this beautiful kind of halo of distortion around it. Now we have that set up. I want to hear what we can do on a bass. Already got a bit of drive on it, but hey, can't hurt to have some more. We don't need the bass cut on. So good. All right.
Can't sleep, thoughts are bleeding, lost my heartbeat, left my love with the sun, left me feeling.
Now, of course, I want to hear it on the snare bus. Let's hear it on the snare. Bypass. Just taking off that brittle transient.
I'm bleeding, lost my heartbeat, left my love with the sun, left me feel.
Okay, the Nobels ODR-1, the new saturation mixing plugin. It's freaking awesome. And how cool is that? That, you could mix a track and people are like, hey, what kind of saturation are you using? Well, I'm using a guitar pedal. So cool. And I've heard other guitar pedals and they don't do this. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please, if you haven't already bought the pedal, buy the pedal. But the plugin is absolutely wonderful. It really means a lot to me because to be able to work with a company you would absolutely admire, be given the opportunity to work with a company you admire, and a really amazing designer and a wonderful guy such as Bernhard Nobles is really, really important and just a wonderful experience. So check it out. There's a link down below. It's only $47. It's awesome. You can put it on anything, and I'm very excited. Have a marvelous time recording and mixing. See you all again very, very soon. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, adios.